What's good? What's good? This is the Behind the Bench Network. I'm your host today, Jay Shot. Welcome back to all the subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. We trying to build this channel. But let's get straight to it, man. The Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not going to even hide it. I've been a Los Angeles Laker fan since as early as I can remember. I remember I was born in 79. And I can remember watching the NBA Finals with my father and grandparents living in Los Angeles. And I can remember watching Magic do the baby skyhook on the Celtics. And watching my whole family, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, everybody celebrating. Everybody celebrating. You know, my grandparents probably at the time was in their 40s, late 40s. My parents was in their 30s at the time. And I just remember being that young and seeing everybody react. That probably was my introduction to NBA basketball and my introduction to the Los Angeles Lakers. At that time, the only player I knew was Kareem and Magic Johnson because that's what I heard. Watching the game, I remember watching that game, man, on a floor model TV. Probably was 19 inches floor model. Even though it was big, it was probably 19 inches, maybe 20. Floor model TV with the big, fat, cell phone-like remote control, real thick. Probably took 4 AA batteries, but I just remember them celebrating and giving each other high fives and hugs. And me being a young kid at the time, not really knowing the significance of that game. And, I remember growing up in the 80s, it was the Lakers. All I knew was the Lakers and the Celtics. The Lakers and the Celtics. I remember my dad, he was excited. I remember my mom was like, we got to watch the game because your dad's he might be on TV because he went to a Laker game in the Forum. And he was sitting it must have been some expensive tickets back then. They probably was like $50 tickets. They get you close to the floor, but not directly on the floor. But he was right there in that TV lens, and I just remember, man, hearing Chick Hearns and call the game. I remember the Lakers losing to the Celtics and how everybody was upset in the house, and it was just a sad day. I remember when the Lakers won. When they won when they won in 87. At that time, I'm 8 years old. I'm 8. So I know more about just the Lakers and the Celtics. I'm starting to pay attention to the game of basketball. Knowing the teams in the NBA. Hearing names like Wilt Chamberlain and Dr. J, I'm hearing these names: Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Michael Jordan. And I remember the Lakers going back to back and how big that was. But I was still young and I didn't, I just knew it was a good thing because my family was happy and my friends was happy. And, Magic Johnson was the biggest star. I remember Magic, playing against Michael Jordan, and my cousin was a big Michael Jordan fan, and I was a Magic Johnson fan. So, and it was the Lakers versus the Chicago Bulls. And when the Lakers won their first game, from the history, I knew we was going to take it. Then Michael Jordan took off. And the league was Michael Jordan's. But it was something, the Lakers. Magic catches HIV. I remember my crosswalk, black woman. She was a crosswalking attending that was close to the middle school I went to. And I remember her telling me, because, I was tall. And it was times she'll see me dribbling my ball to school. Back then when kids used to dribble a basketball to school. And I remember her telling me, Magic Johnson got HIV. Now, I heard of HIV. I just didn't know the significance of it because it was still, you knew at that time if you got HIV or AIDS, if you got AIDS, you was going to die. And see, at this time, Magic Johnson was my idol like so many other kids. And I just remember crying on my way home. Crying, dribbling the ball, crying, holding the ball, because I knew Magic was not going to be around. He was going to die. He had to retire. The Lakers, but they had a prestige of greatness. I was introduced to greatness. Even when they lost, they kept their heads up high. They came back the following year and reclaimed what was theirs, even if they did lose. That's what the Lakers was to me. An organization that was the best organization. Growing up in LA, I was a Raider fan because of Bo Jackson in the 80s. I was a Dodger fan. Kirk Gibson hitting the home run in the World Series, playing against the Oakland A's. Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire, Ricky Henderson, Dave Stewart, Dennis Eckerson. I know I just butchered his name, but it was just something. The Lakers, out of all these teams in LA, the Lakers was on top. The Lakers was the king of the LA sports scene. And then it was everybody else. It was everybody else. From the Rams to the LA Kings, the Angels, the Dodgers, the Raiders, USC football, UCLA basketball. It was the Lakers. And the thing about the Lakers, if it wasn't a championship, they can win the division, they can win the Western Conference. They didn't hang those banners. They hung championships. We was known for the city of champions. We was known for the city of champions. Growing up in the 90s, oh yeah, the Lakers, man, they had a rebuilding with Anthony Pillar, Eldon Campbell, Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones. And even though they was never a championship team. They gave it their all every night. They gave it their all every night. They played hard. They wore that Laker logo on their chest, and they played hard. And any Laker fan recognized that group of people and respected them. Maybe not for Eldon Campbell, but you know what I'm talking about. And then boom, 96 come. I remember I was in the barbershop. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and take credit. I started saying Shaq was coming to LA when he was a free agent. Because now I'm really invested in sports. I'm reading the LA Times, the USA Today. I'm watching the Sports Machine, ESPN. I just started a rumor and said Shaq is coming to LA. I'm going to go ahead and take credit. And lo and behold, Shaq came to LA. And then they drafted a young boy named Kobe Bryant. Now, at the time, I'm in high school. Me and Kobe Bryant's the same age. I'm like, who's this arrogant-ass kid? He think he better than everybody else. Man, he can't play in the NBA because at that time, wasn't no guards and shooting guards making the jump. It was always, you had to be tall to make that jump. You had to play center to make the jump into the NBA. Kevin Garnett just made it the year before, but he was like, you watch those highlights of him, he flying through the air, blocking, screaming, dunking on folks. I'm like, Kobe, he think he could play? And, back then it wasn't no YouTube. You just have to read reports. USA Today spoke about him. And I was like, I don't know, he could play. He averaged what? 32 points. What, about 12 assists, 15 rebounds? I don't know. He can't play in the NBA. He gonna get schooled by Michael Jordan. He can't play with these cats. He the same age as me. Who he think he is? Dog, when I tell you I was hearing when he came and got drafted to LA, I remember stories of hearing him play at Venice Beach. This is before Venice Beach was made up to be a basketball place like it is now. This is white man can't jump Venice Beach. And he's destroying people at Venice Beach. I believe he sprung his wrist. Played with a sprung wrist at the the Long Beach Pyramid Summer League. And I'm reading the paper, Press Telegram, Long Beach newspaper, LA Times. Back then, if you was a real sports fan, you read 2-3 different sports pages, newspapers. We had LA Times, Orange County, and Long Beach Press Telegram. The Orange County Register, LA Times, and the Orange County, and the Long Beach Press Telegram. And I would get those papers, and I read the columns and the sports writers, they talking about this young kid averaging 30-some points in the summer league. I said, no, this dude ain't. He averaging 30-some against grown folks? That's my mentality at the time. He's averaging 30 against grown-ups. But I wasn't sold because I haven't seen him yet. Preseason come. He comes in, lanky, skinny, but he walked like he belonged. And then boom, Kobe Bryant entered the NBA. By his third year, he probably was a top 15 player. By his fourth season, he probably was a top 5 player. By his sixth season, he was top 3. And by his sixth, seventh season, Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league. And he held that mantle for from, I want to say, 2004 all the way to 2012. Don't let nobody else tell you that Kobe Bryant was not the best player. He was the best player. everybody feared him. You're the best player when you're feared by your peers. He was a scoring machine, and he just didn't score. He played defense. So I'm going to score you, and then I'm going to score on you. Then I'm going to guard you and stop you because he was that competitive. But the thing is, the Lakers, you know, they do a three-peat. Parade was crazy. I went to all three of them. The parades was epic. It was epic. It's memories that I ain't gonna forget. But they all did it with the prestige of the Laker name. We didn't hang division championships. We didn't hang Western Conference Finals championships. We hung up championships. If it wasn't a championship, it don't get hung up. Yeah, this video's a little bit long, but I got to get this off my chest, people. Kobe Bryant ended up going through a down rebuild couple years. We get Paul Gasol. They go to 3 finals. They win 2. We hanging up more banners. But that's what we was. We was a franchise that hung up banners. We had a prestige, integrity of. We had the best fan base. I would say one of the smartest fan bases in sports. Kobe Bryant retires. LeBron James comes in. And that prestige is no more. LeBron put a stank on this Laker organization. Embarrassing losses, embarrassing losing streaks to start the season, during the season, to the point the NBA got to help the team win. It's embarrassing to be a Laker fan. The fans started feeling like they are entitled. Then you get the LeBron fans that come in, and then they crap on the past. They start saying LeBron is one of the best Lakers. Dog, pump your brakes. He's nowhere close. Team misses the playoffs. Couple years. They win a bubble ring. They don't do no parade because it was not even a real championship. They didn't do no parade. They didn't hang. I don't even recall them hanging up the banner. But now they win a in-season tournament, and this goofball wants to hang up an in-season tournament banner where all we really hung up was championships. When I tell you the mystique of being a Los Angeles Laker is gone, it's because of this dude right here. We done had more Lakers on the team since this dude been a Laker. We done had over 100 different players put on the Laker jersey. He done watered down this franchise. He just didn't. We was a bottle of the most expensive wine out there. We was on the top shelf with the New York Yankees, the Dallas Cowboys, the Chicago Bulls, the Colorado Avalanche, the Detroit Red Wings, San Antonio Spurs. Got new wines up there with the Golden State Warriors. The New England Patriots, you might not sip on that wine, but hey, they up there. They top shelf. Pittsburgh Steelers, top shelf. Baltimore Ravens, top shelf. 49ers, top shelf. Dodgers, top shelf. Boston Red Sox, top shelf. San Francisco Giants, top shelf. But this dude took us from the top shelf, and now we in liquor stores. in the ice box. He done embarrassed this franchise, made Laker fans divided. He done divided Laker fans. He done made some Laker fans not even follow the team no more. He pokes his chest out knowing that they cheating for him. He wants to celebrate and be remembered so bad that he's telling the organization, y'all need to hang that banner up where it ain't nothing but championships. Sorry, dog, the tournament championship falls right in line with a division title in the Western Conference Championship. It don't matter. If you ain't hanging real banners, it should not get hung up. He done destroyed the Lakers franchise. Don't nobody else want to say it? I'ma say it. I got the pedigree to say it. I'm a die-hard Laker fan, but I can't even mess with this Laker team because I don't like cheating. I can't accept the cheating part. It's not that he's on the team, because I try to give it a chance. But when he sabotaged the team in that first year to get everybody fired and traded, and he sat out talking about his groin was not okay, and Rich Paul, his best friend agent, is telling everybody, oh, I'm keeping him out. What agent ever did that before? But he was cleared by LA doctors. He was cleared by the Los Angeles Lakers medical staff. When has the team's doctors that they pay a tremendous amount of money ever gave a person cleared to play and that person immediately was not really ready to play? He sabotaged that year. I don't care what anybody say. If y'all want a video on it, hit me up and I'll gladly explain what took place. He's slimy. He brought his stank of trying to run an organization to a prestigious, loyal franchise and messed it up. I don't wish this dude on nobody else's franchise, even if you are not top shelf, because he will destroy your franchise. And it's a lot of people to blame. You got Magic, you got Genie, you got Rich Paul, you got LeBron. They destroyed this franchise. I don't think this franchise will ever recover and be a top shelf franchise ever again. Because if we hanging up banners from a tournament that nobody cared about, I don't think it was not one Laker fan that traveled to Vegas and said, I got to watch the Lakers win this dang title. Not one. Not one. Unless they was a LeBron fan, and I don't count LeBron fans as Laker fans because they don't care about the Lakers. They don't care about their history. All they care about is LeBron James. See, the Lakers, we never put a person first. We never put a person first. Even though I'm a Kobe Bryant, fan, when he was talking about leaving, my attitude was, hey, if you got to go, you got to go. But I'm still going to be a Laker fan. I wish you the best. But it's Lakers first. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It's been kind of lengthy. It's 25 minutes. I don't know if everybody listened to it, but I had to get this off my chest because I'm a Laker fan. I love the Lakers. But I don't think they'll ever recover once this dude leaves. Because he put a stink on it that it got to get thrown away. And he lowered the bar and took us off the top shelf and put us in liquor stores in the freezer section. I'm out. This your boy, Jay Shot. This is the Behind the Bench. Shout out to Kelvin and Jermaine. Check their videos, JB. And until then, I'm out.